there's a troubling trend for young men in a labor market that's showing signs of slowing down. A new analysis of labor data by NBC News shows that the unemployment rate for men between 23 and 30 with a bachelor's degree has jumped nearly double that of women and is higher than the overall unemployment rate. Well, now young men with degrees are more likely to be unemployed than those with just a high school diploma. NBC News senior policy reporter Shannon Pettypiece joins us now. Shannon, when I saw this data come out, I was really interested, surprised, but I'm really curious what story it tells us. What do you think this tells us about why we're experiencing it now, but also why men are feeling this?
Well,
I'm quite curious to know what that means, because I mean, the job market sucks for everybody, but as soon as I saw this particular clip, I wanted to make a video on it, on why it affects men specifically. So she's going into it. Let's tune in.
We talked to economists about this data, which really jumped out at me as well. They pointed to changing dynamics in the job market at the moment. There has been a real surge in demand for traditionally women-dominated fields and professions. So healthcare, where 80% of the workers are women, is one of the main drivers of hiring. Meanwhile, some of these traditionally male-dominated industries like tech, for example, has actually been cutting thousands of jobs over the past couple of years here after going on a big...
Yes. Makes sense. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the video I posted of tech giants, laying people off. I mean, I think IBM let go of 15,000 people. Microsoft let go 70,000 people. Like, a lot of tech companies, which are predominantly male-dominated, have let go of so many people. Healthcare, guys. Healthcare, always hiring. Education, teachers, always hiring. So if you're a guy and you're struggling to get a job, you might want to consider pivoting and switching to those career lanes, yeah?
Hiring spree during the pandemic. We're also seeing job losses in industries like manufacturing. So at this moment, the labor market, which really isn't growing that much at all, whatever growth is happening is really occurring in these female-dominated industries, which leaves a lot of men, especially those with college degrees, struggling to get their foot in the job market.
Yeah. The job market is brutal. The job market is brutal, man. And it's not gonna improve anymore, in my opinion, because AI. I know AI is not gonna take all jobs, but AI will eliminate, I would say, 20 to 30% of the entry-level jobs that college graduates normally, take and get before they break into the proper career field. But AI has eliminated, or will rather eliminate, those entry-level jobs. And it started. I don't remember the name of the company, but it was this company that replaced an entire department with a chatbot. Wow.
Why aren't young women sort of facing the same hurdles, but also what should young men be doing about all this if they want to boost their prospects right now?
Yeah, so, I mean, and young women are susceptible to this too if they're in one of these areas where they're facing some stagnation. I've certainly heard from a number of women who are struggling to find a job as well. But yeah, women who are in fields like health care, like education, they're typically a lot more likely to be able to get a job straight out of college, or if they want to switch a job, or if they're laid off, to be able to find another one quickly, because there's just so much demand, particularly in...
Yeah. I have a friend she's a nurse. She went traveling for 3 months. She got back from her travels. Within a week, she had a new job. Bam. Just like that. She's a nurse. Healthcare is always hiring, man. And listen, guys, a lot of men also need to step away from this bias that they have. Oh, I'm a man, I can't be a nurse. Bullshit, bro. Go get the job, make your money. Don't allow society to tell you what you can or cannot do.
Healthcare right now. For the young men, the experts that I talked to, suggested potentially looking at a career pivot. Of course, healthcare, certainly, I've probably mentioned that about 10 times in this conversation. It is the hot place in the job market. So for men, they consider careers in there. And also for men who are looking to kind of stay in one of these more male-dominated industries, construction is still an area that has a
Yep.
big need, even though we've seen some slowdown in construction hiring and construction demand in the current economy. I talked to some construction economists, and they said there's still a lot of need and demand for men there, which is kind of helping for those without a college degree with just a high school diploma. But it does take some training and experience to get their foot in the door even there.
Just really good storytelling about the context of those numbers there. Shannon Pettypiece. Shannon, thank you so much.
We thank you for
Thanks,
watching.
Shannon. Appreciate you. So yeah, that's what you have, guys. Like, yeah, a lot of men are struggling to get jobs, especially young men, because a lot of male-dominated fields like tech, primarily manufacturing, both industries are hit hard by the layoffs. I mean, a lot of companies are cutting off, closing factories, even closing factories in the States, moving those work to Mexico, to Asia, to cheaper locations, essentially. And by default, and by extension, you're laying off thousands or hundreds of thousands sometimes in over a year span. And it's changing, guys. It's, consider pivoting, healthcare, education, start your business. Man, I always say this to people: businesses are still going to be there, but businesses are still going to need service. For me, I walked away from my job in May this year, and I've decided to launch my own company. I run a sales and growth company for small to mid-sized service companies, because regardless, those companies need to sell their services and service. So I'm helping them do that. That's an evergreen business. Consider getting into those spaces, and the spaces I'm focused on are my top four. My top four spaces are cleaning businesses. Why? Because everybody gotta clean. Either you're cleaning offices or you're cleaning houses. The second industry that I try to work with is events, because people are always going to host events. Corporates, hotels need to fill up their spaces. Event centers need to book their spaces. Festivals need to sell tickets. You can help them with that. What else? B2B marketing agencies, they need constant pipeline. Staffing companies, they need constant pipeline. So that's the niche that I'm focused on. So one thing that I always say to people is find your niche and zone into it. It's very, very important. Very important. Okay, guys, stay strong. I know the market right now is brutal, but don't lose hope. Stay focused, and you got this. Peace out, guys.